The move from local to hyperlocal. Marketwatch has an interesting column explaining the hyperlocal movement that is happening in cities across the U.S. So what does hyperlocal actually mean, they ask? Hyperlocal restaurants are sourcing almost all of their food locally. Some are even growing vegetables for their dishes in the backyards of their restaurants. The National Restaurant Association rated hyperlocal food as the #1 growing trend for 2018. They list 6 small cities that are totally ahead of the curve when it comes to the hyperlocal food movement. Portland, Maine has made a name for itself in the hyperlocal food scene. Vinland, touted as the world's only 100% local food restaurant, sources every single bit of food from Maine. Des Moines, Iowa is an emerging hotspot for millennials and is to HOQ Restaurant, a farm-to-table restaurant that uses 90% local ingredients. They're dedicated to sustainability, and they purchase whole animals, use fair trade locally roasted coffee, and local liquors in the bar. The menu lets you know exactly where your food came from, listing out each farm and its offerings. Albuquerque, New Mexico is quickly emerging as a foodie destination, they say, with Farm and Table growing some of their foods right behind the restaurant on a 2-acre produce farm. Salt Lake City restaurant Pago aims for a menu of only local ingredients and in 2010 broke ground on its very own microfarm in nearby Sugar House. The farm provides vegetables like heirloom tomatoes, kale, and beets. And the Orlando World Center Marriott has recently debuted a high-tech solution of food sustainability in the hotel's 9 dining outlets, and it's called the HiCube. It's a modular hydroponic vegetable production system, which uses 90% less water than traditional farms, produces 150 different types of fresh lettuces, herbs, microgreens, and edible flowers. Croc's 19th Street Bistro in Virginia Beach, Virginia, sourced many of its vegetables from its own garden just steps away from the dining that guests have to create everything from cocktails to dips, and they always look local for anything they can't grow themselves. The restaurant even hosts the Old Beach Farmers Market, a certified Virginia green market every Saturday in its very own parking lot. Can you imagine what could happen if supermarkets took a page out of this food service book?